Beep to beep 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 beep. Beep to beep 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 beep. Beep to beep 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 to beep 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 to beep 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 beep. It's my birthday. Hello. I'm not actually here. I pre-recorded this because it's my birthday. And on one's birthday, one should indulge. So I am going to indulge. I'm going to indulge in all the good things because it's my birthday. It's funny how I don't take much notice of it. And I always say to everybody, I don't celebrate my birthday, and then we celebrate it grandly. That's what I do, right? It is my birthday. And every year it comes round, and as well as being conscious of the fact there are less years ahead than there are behind, it always gives one pause for thought. It's been an incredible year, an absolutely incredible year. And when I look back and think about what's happened over the last year, not just to me, but to people I know, and how far we have come, folks, how far we have come. A year ago, most of the conversations that we're having couldn't have been had in a public square. A year ago, Twitter wasn't owned by Elon Musk. A year ago, you couldn't speak the truth without being lambasted for it. We still get lambasted, but it's got none of the fervour it had before. It may do for the individual, but not on a grand scale. The truth of the matter is we're moving forward. So I reflect on what we've done and how we've done it, and I reflect on how important what we do is. I know that sometimes we are despairing. I've said before, it's a roller coaster ride. This isn't the merry-go-round, folks. You want the merry-go-round, you are definitely in the wrong arena. But yet there is still so much to do, particularly in, for example, America. We're seeing a slippery slope of what I would call appeasement in Britain by some. A slippery slope which is taking us to making us compromise the principles that we hold in regards to this particular fight that we are having. And that's often how things are reached. You could say to me, Barry, come on, grow up. There's always compromise in the adult world. And my answer to that is there's not always compromise. If there was always compromise, we would never have defeated the despots of the 20th century. If there was always compromise, we would never have ended the horror of eugenics. If there was never compromise, we would never have recognised the mistreatment of people in asylums. If there was always compromise, we would never move forward. When it comes to ending a wrong. It's been over a year since the YouTube, nearly a year I think, since the YouTube channel started as well, and I'm so pleased to have reached 4,000 followers. And I suppose my biggest thought is, after what's happened over the last year, is how unbelievably generous you all are, and how unbelievably kind and supportive you all are. And no matter whether you subscribe to my Substack, send me the odd beer, or actually one of my wonderful warrior teachers. They're not mine, but you get my drift, yeah. One of the wonderful warrior teachers. My first thought for the day is thanks to you. Because in what I've been involved in and how it's developed and continues to develop has changed my life for the better. I've met some wonderful people. I've argued with some wonderful people. I've fallen out with some wonderful people. I keep falling out with wonderful people. But nevertheless, the degree of intelligence, the degree of compassion, the degree of care that I've seen from people who I've collaborated with, continue to collaborate with, and people who I would like to collaborate with is exceptional. If this entire nonsense of critical social justice and all the crap that comes with it is the leg, by now it must be pretty damaged by this group of terriers, I would say. Because we appear not to wished. Certainly the women won't be wishting. I've had some more men come forward, I'm trying to maintain contact with them and see if there's anything possible that we can do, but it's very difficult to do all this. It's really hard to do all this. I'm at that point now where I can't even reply to everybody who sends me money. I can't reply to everybody who says something supportive in YouTube, or reply to somebody who asks a question. I'm now at that point where I can't do it. And this was inevitable, that it was going to do something and become more manageable than I can manage. So I'm trying to do it all, and it's a bit difficult. But I keep going nevertheless. I'm not going anywhere. Don't think I'm going anywhere. I'm not. And so today I celebrate my birthday. And I do so knowing that I'm on the right side of history. And I do so knowing that wickedness won't win out. If wickedness won out, we wouldn't be here. Wouldn't be here. So I'm going to raise a glass or two today, probably of lemonade or Coke. That's how things are. But I'm certainly going to have some nice food. And then I'm going to watch a nice film. I haven't decided what yet. Something long and epic and involving. That's what I'm going to do because it's my birthday. But what's more important is that it's given me time, a pause for reflection, to think about it, about what's been going on and how we're going. And I've no intentions of stopping, and I hope you haven't too. And I want to see the movement grow. I want to see parallel organisations continuing to be strong. I want to see everybody continuing to wake up to the reality of what we've done. And as I was saying to a few of my friends the other night, they're scared to speak now. They know. They're just scared to speak. And I would say this much. Being scared to speak is a thin veil that you can't see behind. And the only way you'll see behind it is when you speak. And it's not so much that I think you're frightened of what you currently have, because I think most of you now know. When you sit there with the full knowledge of what's going on amongst people who think it's all okay, you no longer feel part of them anyway. So I would urge those that are not speaking up to speak up. I would urge those who are frightened they're going to lose everything to speak up. And I'm not saying you should speak up, it's going to affect your job, but you've got to be able to look after yourself. I'm talking about this from what happens in the social sphere. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You haven't left them, they've left you. Don't be afraid. You'll find new connections, you'll find new friends, you'll find new people who are supportive, people who will keep you going, even if it's on the end of the phone when you need it. People are here and ready. Doesn't matter if you're a detransitioner, it doesn't matter if you're a young person who suddenly realised it's all wrong, it doesn't matter if you're a grandmother or a grandfather, it makes no difference. There are things that you can do. So in reflection on my birthday, I've got to say thank you to all of you. To all of you. Because what you do and how you help enables me to keep going. And that's the most important thing, is that we must keep going. Because this is far from over. But it can't win. Now get your money out and buy me a beer. Or better still, just subscribe to my Substack. How about that? You want to give me a birthday present? Go subscribe to my Substack. Links in the tubers. Right? Go subscribe to the Substack. It's where I can send out communications and things. It's rather good. You have a great day, I intend to. You can't stop a good idea whose time has come. Keep going, folks. Keep going.